It's your girl Arisza, your favorite coach. So whether you're here to grab some strategy, sharpen your skills, or just soak up being in a room of greatness, you're in the right place. I've helped entrepreneurs and clinicians grow and scale their businesses by meeting them exactly where they are. And I'm here to help you. So if you're ready to level up and start living your dream, this is the channel you want to stick with, and this is the place you want to be. So if you got a private practice, if you got a side hustle, or any type of business, just know I'm the one that can take you to the next level. Let's get it. Today we're going to be talking about fear and anxiety and how it shows up in your business. Do you ever feel anxiety about growing your business, or maybe downright just fearful? Let's talk about it, because fear and anxiety show up different when you're trying to scale. And I'm telling you, today we're going to break down the differences so you can understand the real stats. I'm even going to share a little bit of my story and leave you with a challenge that if you're ready to stop letting that fear and anxiety hold you back, you can jump on. So let's talk about anxiety in business. Anxiety is the fear of the unknown. It's the voice that says, what if this doesn't work? What if no one buys? What if no one shows up? What if I put myself out there and I fail? That's anxiety. It's futuristic, or should I say future? It hasn't happened yet. It's not happening right now, but it keeps you stuck. So I thought about it. When I first started my boot camps and even my coaching community, I started out with a little anxiety. I thought, what if no one joins the community? What if they join and they drop out? Or what if they do the program and they don't get it? Or what if they do this and they don't pass? All of these things. It was like a fleeting thought of all the what ifs. What if the results weren't going to come in the way I wanted them to? What if it was a public fail? That's anxiety. But here's the kicker. I've trained my mind to let it be a fleeting thought, and it doesn't stay long. I don't run the worst case scenarios anymore. Let's talk about the numbers behind anxiety. If you look at the numbers, about 80% of businesses survive their first year. About 50% of them make it to 5 years. Now, some people could look at that and get discouraged and say, oh my God, only half businesses fail. Half of businesses fail. Oh my God, half people start, they don't finish. But I look at it the opposite way. I'm like, dang, I'm part of that half that succeed. Half have figured it out. The numbers don't always include the people who fail, but jump back on a horse and continue to ride it out until they got better. They came back stronger. They built systems. They came back maybe a second or third time. It doesn't matter. The numbers do not reflect that. So the reality is your anxiety might be telling you don't even try, but the truth is a whole lot of people have succeeded simply because they stayed in the game and they did what? They tried. Now let's talk about fear and how that shows up in the business. Now it's a little flip when it comes to fear. Fear is different. Fear is real. Fear is a present challenge that you can see and that you can touch. Maybe clients are reaching out left and right. Maybe opportunities are pouring in. And then suddenly you think, what if I can't deliver? What if I'm not good enough? What if I get a bad review? What if they found out I don't have it all together? What if I You can see your mind can go rampant. That's fear. It's not imaginary. It's real growth knocking at your door, and instead of celebrating it, you freeze. Here's an example. I've worked with so many entrepreneurs who got exactly what they prayed for. They got the clients, they got the partnerships, they got the visibility, and then they pull back because they were afraid of dropping the ball. That is fear in action. Fear in action, that FIA. Yes, we don't want it, and over here we ain't got it. So I'm going to talk to you about how fear and anxiety can keep you stuck, and then your girl is going to show you how to get unstuck. So here's the distinction. Anxiety holds you back from starting. Fear holds you back from stepping into opportunity. Either way, you stuck. And that's why most people never, ever see the growth or never, ever get to the opportunity to scale. And they never, ever see what they're capable of. They either never start or they never scale. One or the other. Either way is a place and a space that you don't want to be in, that you can use to handle them both. And then we're going to wrap this video here on up.
Amy is a small business owner juggling everything, from marketing to therapy to admin work. She's overwhelmed and struggles to grow her business while keeping up with client communication. Then she discovers Better Client Care, an all-in-one CRM that unifies her inbox, automates follow-ups, tracks leads, handles missed calls, and simplifies invoicing and reviews. With Better Client Care, Amy gets more clients, saves time, ranks higher on Google, and finally enjoys a dream vacation in Bora Bora.
Now, I don't just want to define these problems and tell you about all the people who didn't do and should have do and all this kind of stuff. I want to give you some real tools. So if you're dealing with anxiety as it pertains to your business, what you need to do is prep and plan. Over here, I got my handy dandy notebooks. Over here, I'm talking to you on my MacBook. Over here, I got another MacBook. I'm forever writing and planning something all day. I got 2 phones. No matter where I'm leaving, I'm talking virtually, just coming up with ideas and solutions. You always want to plan and prep These are the steps that kind of get everything out of your head onto paper so that it doesn't keep the anxiety going. You also want to test small. You want to launch like a small version of what you do. So before I do these big things, before you see my communities, before you see my courses, my coaching and stuff, I've tried them out. Your girl will try them out. People have done it. People have done it, tested it, given me the approval, the reviews, and all that good stuff. Yes, I got the social proof to show that I've helped people level up. But those people that I've helped level up, they might have been a part of a beta group. They might have been a part of services that I just gave it to them for free so they can tell me what it was about. Because the only way you're going to learn how to tweak something and how to get better at something is if you've tested it out or got the feedback from others that it worked or that it didn't work, but you could always fix it. Another thing I did is I found mentors. I've invested a lot of money and energy and time into being who I am today. I've worked with some of the best mentors. I've connected with some of the best communities that have helped me elevate. Sometimes just being in a room one moment with somebody that's a multi-millionaire has helped me come up with something that's like, boom, execution. That is what has allowed me to do. Put execution in place for most of the business moves that I've made. And if you're dealing with fear, build systems, build a support system, hire a VA. I have like 4 of them. Automate your processes, create templates, remind yourself fear shows up because you're leveling up. If you weren't growing, you wouldn't feel it. It's no reason to be fearful of something if you're not growing and elevating and getting to a certain place to be fearful of. So practice what you're doing scared. Confidence comes from reps. It comes from doing the same thing over and over again. If someone said, hey, Arisza, get down, do 15 push-ups. Average female, probably my age, would look at them like they were insane. But your girl, I'm going to get down there and I'm going to knock out a quick 15. You know why? Because I've done it. I have the reps. I practice it each and every week. Not going to say day, but I do it quite a bit to make sure I strengthen not only my mind, but my physical. So these are the things you have to do when you're ready to level up and you're ready to get where you need to be in your business. You can't just focus on one side and say, hey, I'm going to be the best person physically, or I'm going to be the best person spiritually. I'm going to be the best person mentally. I'm going to be the best person. You have to be a whole package to show up to be your true, authentic self so you can be the best version of yourself. You're not going to have it all perfect, but do it scared. That's all that matters. Confidence comes from doing it over and over and over and over again. And that is what I'm here to help you do. Be in your ear to help you remember that you got this and you can do it over and over again. So here's the reframe that I want you to walk away with. Anxiety and fear are not signs that you're failing. There's signs that you're moving. There's signals that you're stretching into something bigger, something greater, something amazing. The question is, are you going to let those feelings stop you, or are you going to let them push you forward? What are you going to do? Think about it for a moment. And here's my challenge. I'm looking for 10 people who are ready to stop letting fear and anxiety run their show. 10 people who are ready to scale up and start their business. 10 people who are ready to move on to the next level. Yes, 10 people. I've worked with dozens, hundreds, so many more. But I only want 10 people that I can invest all my time and energy into that are willing to make a small investment into their future. So when they start scaling up and their businesses excel and exceed and get to next levels and next height, I will be a household name, the one that's helped you get to that place and that space. So if you've been waiting for your sign, this is it. Don't overthink it. Don't let another 6 months go by. Don't stay stuck in the same place. Comment below or send me a DM. Better yet, follow your girl on my YouTube channel. If you follow me up here, then you know you're going to get all the sauce and everything you need so you can elevate and get to that next level. But first and foremost, make sure you go to that description section so you can go ahead and click on that link. We can do a consult and see if you're equipped or if you have what it takes or you ready mentally to step in to this next level with the 10. So put 10 to win in the comment section. Make sure you schedule a consult, and I got more details coming for you because I'm telling you, these 10 people in here, baby, they're going to be dynamite. They're going to be amazing. They're going to be great. And their businesses are going to show for it. And you know who going to help them get there? Yes. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Talk to you soon.